Take off your shoe and look at your foot for a second. There's a good chance it's been quietly reshaped, narrowed, weakened by something you put on it every single day without thinking. Your shoes. Here's the strange truth. Your foot is one of the most sophisticated structures in your entire body. 26 bones, dozens of muscles, built over millions of years to grip, balance, and feel the ground. And modern shoes have been slowly switching all of that off. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what shoes do to your feet, why people who grow up barefoot have stronger, healthier feet, and how to start undoing the damage. And stick around, because I'll tell you the one mistake almost everyone makes when they try to fix this. If the clash between your ancient body and the modern world fascinates you, subscribe. It's all we do here. Let's start with what your foot actually is, because we treat it like a dumb platform we stand on, and it's anything but. Your foot is a living, sensing, spring-loaded machine. The arch acts like a natural shock absorber. The muscles inside your foot, the intrinsic muscles, grip and stabilize you with every step. The soles are packed with nerve endings that feed your brain a constant stream of information about the ground, helping you balance without a single conscious thought. For millions of years, this machine worked perfectly, barefoot, on natural ground. Then we wrapped it in the modern shoe. And the modern shoe, for all its comfort, does three things your foot was never designed for. First, it has arch support. Sounds helpful, right? But think about it. Your arch is a muscle and tendon spring built to support itself. When a shoe holds it up for you, the muscles that are supposed to do that job stop working. And a muscle that never works gets weak. It's like wearing a cast on a healthy arm. Take it off after years, and the arm has withered. Second, it has a narrow toe box. Most shoes squeeze your toes together into a point, but a natural healthy foot is widest at the toes, which are meant to splay out for balance and grip. Decades in narrow shoes literally reshape the foot, squeezing it into the shape of the shoe instead of the shape nature intended. Third, it has thick cushioning, which deadens all that sensation from the ground. Your foot is trying to feel the world and send signals to your brain, and the cushion mutes the conversation. Put it together and you get a foot that's weaker, narrower, and number than it was built to be. And here's where it shows up. Flat feet. Many people in developed countries suffer from fallen, stiff arches. But studies find this is far rarer in people who grow up barefoot. In one large study of over 1,800 adults in India, those who didn't wear shoes before the age of 16 had roughly half the rate of flat feet of those who grew up in shoes. Half. From the simple difference of growing up with feet free to develop. Quick question for the comments. Look down right now. Do your bare feet look wider than your shoes, narrower, or about the same shape as the shoe? Tell me below. I think a lot of you are about to notice your feet have taken the shape of your footwear. So who has the feet we were meant to have? As always on this channel, we look to the people who never locked their feet away. Researchers have compared the feet of habitually barefoot populations, people who grew up with little or no footwear, to those of us in the modern shod world. And the differences are clear. Barefoot populations tend to have wider, stronger feet, higher, stiffer, more functional arches, and far fewer of the foot problems that fill modern clinics. Their feet are, quite simply, closer to what a human foot is supposed to be. They weren't doing foot exercises. They simply used their feet all day the way feet were designed to be used, in contact with the ground, free to move, splay, grip, and feel. Now I promised honesty, and here it is, because this topic attracts a lot of hype too. The dramatic foot reshaping happens mostly in childhood, when the foot is still developing. In adults, the foot is far less plastic, so you won't completely transform your foot shape. But, and this matters, research does show that adults who switch to minimal footwear and use their feet more can rebuild real foot muscle strength and arch function. The strength comes back, even if the shape is mostly set. So this isn't about a magic transformation. It's about reawakening a machine that's gone weak from disuse. Notice what none of this is. None of it is an expensive orthotic. None of it is a support insert. In fact, it's often the opposite. Less support, not more. It's simply letting the foot do the job it was built to do. Now, turn the mirror around, onto the modern foot. From the moment we're toddlers, we lock our feet in stiff, cushioned, narrow, supportive shoes. We walk only on flat, hard, artificial surfaces. We let machines, our shoes, do the work our foot muscles were meant to do. And then, when our weakened feet start to ache, we're often sold even more support, more cushioning, more of the very thing that weakened them in the first place. The cast gets thicker, and the muscle gets weaker. It's not that shoes are evil, they protect us, and we need them. It's that we took a brilliant, self-supporting machine and, with the best intentions, slowly switched it off. And here's the part worth sitting with. This was never really about India, or any one barefoot culture. It's about the modern shoe versus the body you were born with. The mismatch between a foot built to be strong, wide, and free, and a world that wrapped it in support from the day we learned to walk. These populations simply kept using their feet. They didn't out-discipline anyone. They were quietly kept strong by a life lived closer to the ground. The good news is this. You can start to reawaken your feet, gently, starting now. And here's that one mistake I promised. The biggest error people make is going from thick, supportive shoes straight into barefoot walking or minimal shoes all day. Your feet have been weak for years. Throw them into the deep end and you'll get injured. The muscles need time to rebuild, so go slow. Spend more time barefoot at home. The simplest start. Let your feet move, splay, and feel the floor every day. Transition to wider, flatter shoes slowly. Look for shoes with a wide toe box that lets your toes spread, and less aggressive arch support, but introduce them gradually, over weeks and months, not overnight. Wake up the muscles. Try simple things, picking up a towel with your toes, standing on one foot, walking on varied natural surfaces like grass or sand when you can. And be patient and sensible. If you have diabetes, existing foot problems, or any medical condition affecting your feet, talk to a doctor before changing anything. For everyone else, go gently and let the strength return at its own pace. None of this is dramatic. That's exactly the point. The thing that gave humans strong, healthy feet for millions of years wasn't a special shoe. It was simply using the feet they were born with. The same quiet strength your feet are waiting to rebuild, the moment you set them free. We have a modern mind and an ancient body. And most of the time, we keep that ancient body's most sophisticated machine locked in a cushioned box it was never designed for. Our feet are just one place we see the mismatch. There's also the way we sleep, the way we eat, the way we move, the light we live under, the breath we take. Other cultures still hold pieces of the old design, and on this channel, we find them one by one. If you'd like the simple, safe guide to rebuilding your foot strength in the modern world, it's linked in the description. But you don't have to wait. Right now, take off your shoes and just stand. Feel the floor. Let your toes spread. Give your borrowed biology back the ground it was always meant to feel. This is borrowed biology, an ancient body in a modern world. If this gave you something to think about, hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one.